Checking in at number 20 of the top 25 Vols of the last 40 years is Gerro Mayo. Gerro Mayo played between the years 2005 to 2007. Gerro played sparingly in 2005, but in 2006 he started 11 games, had 83 tackles. But in 2007 was where Gerro made a real name for himself, and is the reason why he had an NFL career. Gerro had 140 tackles. He was first team All-SEC. He was a second team All-American. And the 140 tackles that he had in 2007 was the most tackles by a Tennessee defender since 1990 by Ernest Fields. So Gerro Mayo, great defender, and he's checking in at number 20 on our list.
Second down and right at 4 yards to go. 3 minutes to go in the game and the clock runs. Tennessee leading 27-13. Direct snap, Emmert steps up, fires the pass, and intercepted. Gerro Mayo, down to the 20, to the 10. He's going to take it down to the 5 in the end zone. Touchdown, Gerro Mayo on the interception. He returns it 24 yards to seal this victory. A defensive play. The defense has led the way all day, and Gerro Mayo, his first career interception, and one he'll remember for a long time.
Checking in at number 19 on the greatest 25 Vols of the last 40 years is Anton Davis. This guy, there's no other way to say this, just a stud. And Anton Davis is so underrated as a Vol. You don't really hear much about him, and I think a lot of that's got to do with the fact that he was an offensive lineman. The big uglies, the guys in the middle, the guys that win you ball games, but they don't get a lot of glory like your running backs and your quarterbacks, receivers, etc. Anton Davis played between the years of 1987 to 1990. He was a unanimous first-team All-American in 1990. He won the Jacobs Blocking Trophy for the best offensive lineman in the SEC. He also was a runner-up to Russell Maryland in 1990 for the Outland Trophy for the best overall lineman in the country. He was a first-team All-SEC in 1989 and 1990. And here's a little side note on Anton Davis. He was part of a unit called the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority. That's what they were called because they paved the way for a rushing attack in the late 80s to early 90s that was just amazing. Reggie Cobb in 1987 rushed for over 1,000 yards. Chuck Webb rushed for over 1,000 yards in 1989. And Tony Thompson rushed for over 1,000 yards in 1990. And it's hard to find a clip of an offensive lineman in a game, but what I've got here is a clip of when Tony Thompson jumped over the top to give Tennessee a victory over Virginia in the 1991 Sugar Bowl. Here is a clip of him, of Anton Davis leading the way and leading the Vols in his last game as a Vol. But anyway, Anton Davis at number 19 of the 25 greatest Vols of the last 40 years.
Roland Vols now comes in. Tony Thompson is there. Vols a good blocking back, and Thompson, of course, the leading rusher for the Vols. Second and goal. Thompson is the tailback. Vols is the fullback. They come up in a power I with Amsler in that power set as well. And they give it to Thompson, and Thompson's in. Good.
Checking in at number 18 on the greatest 25 Vols of the last 40 years is Jaylen Hyde. Jaylen played from 2020 to 2022. Jaylen is a one-hit wonder, honestly. Did not do a lot in 2020 and in 2021, but oh, did he have a year in 2022. Maybe one of the best seasons by a Tennessee Vol ever. Jaylen had 67 catches, for 1,267 yards and 15 TDs in 2022. He was the Blitnikoff Award winner, and he is the only Vol to date to win the Blitnikoff Award, and that is a lot of good receivers did not win. You got Carl Pickens, you got Marcus Nash, you got Joey Kent, you got Tim McGee, and so on and so on, and none of those guys ever won the Blitnikoff Award, but Jaylen Hyde did. Jaylen was the first team All-American in 2022, and he was first team All-SEC. One thing to talk about Jaylen is he had maybe one of the most impressive games by a Vol ever. He had 5 TDs and 207 yards against Alabama. One of the most impressive performances by a receiver ever in Tennessee history. And he won the Blitnikoff Award for his efforts in that game. But anyway, Jaylen Hyde at number 18 on the 25 greatest Vols of the last 40 years.
A year ago, not out there.
Imagine when they get him back, huh?
Yep.
It'll be even more dangerous than they already are. Hooker. Down the middle. Got him on the fly. It's Hyatt again, and he's going to take it. Touchdown, Tennessee. 78 yards.
Same routine. Stack receiver gets to the safety.
And checking in at number 17 on the top 25 Vols of the last 40 years is Travis Stephens. Travis played from the years 1997 to 2001. It looks like he played 5 years, but he was redshirted after 2 years of playing. He redshirted in 1999 to give him an extra year of eligibility so he could play in 2000 and 2001 since the running back room was loaded with Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry. But anyway, early on in his career, Travis was a prominent member of the 1998 national title team. On that team, Jamal Lewis was injured early, and he was thrown in the mix with Travis Henry, and he had 477 yards rushing that year. He was a key member of that national title team, and in the national title game, he had 13 carries for 60 yards on that Florida State defense, which was the best defense in the country in 1998. So 60 yards on that defense is saying something. But the reason that Travis Stephens is on this list is what he did in 2001. He had a banner year. He had the best year rushing of any Tennessee Vol to date. He had 1,464 yards rushing in 2001. He was an All-American in 2001. He was a 2001 All-SEC first team in 2001. He was a Doak Walker Award semifinalist. And my fondest memory, personally, of Travis Stephens is how he played in the 2001 Florida game where we had to go to the Swamp with the SEC East title on the line. Tennessee was a 17-point underdog. And Travis Stephens, he ran for 226 yards against that really good Florida defense. He just had his way. Travis Stephens was a small back. He was a scat back, but he ran hard. He ran like a power back. He was hard to tackle. And Travis Stephens, he is the number 17 person on our list, and he's very worthy to be on here. He was a great Vol, and we were lucky to have him with us. Travis Stephens.
All right, Jill, they trail by 1 right now at home. Tennessee, Casey Clausen. Travis Stephens, who's had a wonderful game. And he amplifies that statement by breaking Scott's tackle. And here goes Stephens. Amazing. 68 yards.
He's not big, but he is tough, and he runs hard. But just a block.
And checking in at number 16 of our top 25 Vols of the last 40 years is Joey Kent. Joey played from the years 1993 to 1996. And Joey is one of the most decorated Vols in history. He was a member of the 2023 SEC Football Legends class here this past year. They inducted him. And he was a freshman All-SEC in 1993. He led Tennessee in receptions from 1994 to 1996. And Joey holds the record in 5 categories: receptions, 183, receiving yards, 2,814, receiving TDs, 25, and average yards per catch at 18.8. So he still leads the University of Tennessee in those 5 categories as a receiver. He was a 1995 first-team All-SEC. He was a 1996 first-team All-SEC, and he was in 1996 a second-team All-American. And in 1996, he was also the Blitnikoff Award semifinalist. So Joey Kent, great receiver, made a lot of big plays, and obviously my fondest memory of Joey Kent is that first catch that he made over the middle, first play of the game against Alabama in 1995 to end that 8 or 9 game losing streak to Alabama. I can still remember running around the living room excited because I knew we were going to beat Alabama that year and end that curse. But anyway, Joey Kent checking in at number 16 of the top 25 Vols of the last 40 years.
Guard, and also on the inside, Jeff Smith goes from right guard to center. Bubba Miller moves from center to right guard. Tennessee to throw on first down. Right over the middle. They've got Kent open, and he breaks him into the secondary. He needs a block, and he couldn't go the distance. Touchdown, Tennessee.